Let me know when you guys are ready.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
No problem. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you guys share it.
Yeah, all right. Good. Thank you.
Henny 500, your camera's on.
All right, really quick for anybody that wants to watch on YouTube, there's the link in Orbs chat. If you don't have Discord Nitro, you'll have a better quality picture there. Oh, Shorty, you stopped sharing your screen.
Oh, yeah. Let's start again. There we go. We're live.
All right, cool.
All right, guys. Well, for the new members, welcome. I mean, I'll just mention a couple of things, and then you have other members. You have myself for support questions. This Discord is not solely based on me giving you alerts, me telling you what I'm buying, what you should be buying, and how you should be managing your positions. It's more about teaching yourself how to become independent, basically, how to become a trader where you can live off of this and kind of lead yourself to financial freedom. Not saying that everybody's going to make it, right? I mean, if we can get a good rate of people to, that are committed to this, there's a high chance that you can make it. The system is not that complex. You just have to understand that you want to be on the side of market makers and not trading against them. And that's the ability that we have been able to do using the system and knowing what they're planning on doing. When most people are afraid, that's when we are usually buying or, playing bounces or even swings is when it's hitting certain levels. And we'll help you identify those. It might seem overwhelming at first because you're going to be presented with something called Orbs, opening range breakouts, which is basically set. So if we look at SPY for a second on 15 minutes, I'll just give you guys intro to all of these here. Let me just remove all this. So I'll just open up 5 minutes or 3 minute chart. I usually use 3 minutes ASHI candles. So if we look at ASHI candles on 3 minutes and you look at the opening range high that's kind of indicated here on the screen. So we take the first 30 minutes high and then we take then we basically look at the 30 minutes low, which is set here, and that becomes your opening range high and opening range low. Then based off those levels, we're able to project some levels where it's going to hit, and we treat those as our points of targets, right? If it's going on the upper side, you get a confluence point to take it long. Each one of these targets that you see, the 127, 1618, the 20 and such, they become your upside targets. And same can be said if you get your confluence points, like let's say you did here, you want to take those trades to the downside. You get your first target, second target, third target. And if you don't have more contracts, that's where you get. And each target previous becomes your trailing stop. So that way you have a positive trade. So let's say you got in on the break of orb low, you broke the trend bar, you broke the VWAP. So your entry, if you were really conservative, might have been here. For me, maybe it would have been here. But that's how you treat your targets, right? So let's say you got in somewhere around here. You have your first orb low. Obviously, you're not going to get out there if you got in here. I'm still looking for 1272 to be my first trim. If I have multiple contracts, if you have one and you want to grow your account, you don't get greedy. The pigs get slaughtered, so you're going to get destroyed if you don't start compounding. And then if you just look at this guy here, obviously my background, Shorty and Einstein, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. Just by simply not every day are you
Shorty, I don't know if it's you or me, but you're cutting out.
Am I cutting out for anyone else?
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit for me as well.
Okay. Let me know if I do. I'll switch to the Bose headphones. Let me make sure that they're plugged up.
Yeah, you sound.
Have all these systems, still all the your cables were set up between the exchanges, and then you got the high frequency traders. But on the floor 50 years ago, people were able to tell the sentiment of the traders in the first 30 minutes. So what was April 1st was the Friday, right? Yep. So let me go here. I'll just go one moment. Screw that. $30, just so people get a visual. So this is your 10 o'clock right here. So if you look, the open right here was set on this can us, right here. It was never able to kind of retest that level or come even close to it. It just kept making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You're able to figure that out, that the opening range high was here.
Yeah, Shorty, you're cutting out a lot.
Hold on one second. Yeah. Oh.
Well, not right this second, so we'll just see how it goes when you start talking.
All right. Well, I added these in the charge, the bows. I guess they don't come pre-charged. The first 30 minutes, and that's what the orbs get the levels. High level, your virgin POCs, and if you're not,
Yeah, Shorty, cutting out again. Like you just cut out for like 10 seconds.
okay, hold on one second.
Where did Shorty go?
I wonder if he went to go restart his router. I feel bad because it was my end.
Oh, mate. Well, he was hunky dory at my end, mate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I said there was a problem, and somebody watching on YouTube, which is watching my stream, was like, "Yeah, it's not good." So they're seeing my internet issues, not Shorty's. I wish other people spoke up, but it looks like my internet issues have resolved. So, yeah,
I like it.
I feel bad.
Don't feel bad, bud. Have a few beers. You'll be all right.
Oh, I can't right now. Taking ibuprofen.
That's all good. That's good for the heart, they say. Mixing both.
Yeah, that's might be good for your heart. It's not for your liver.
You don't need it anyways. Sell it on the black market. All right. All right. I think who asked me about more morbid. All right, morbid. Here we go, bud. I'm looking at BP for a trigger.
Oh, I miss Flippers talking to himself.
I'm gonna leave it on so it doesn't sound like crickets in here.
You haven't been in voice in so long, brother.
Yeah, man. I've been dealing with my old grandma. She's doing well.
Doing well.
She's doing better.
She's. I'm looking at BP for a trigger level at 229. Bam. Here's this. Her pool levels. BP. Bam. It's a fat level. It's close to it. Close on Friday at 29.84. Gang. For a break of that. And it's go time, baby. Next, Shell. Oh, this bastard's gonna freaking rip tits. I love it. Shell. What level do I got for these bastards? 5473. Do I have it? 5478 larger start below. Yes, sir. Right, for Shell. More gold. Also, GHEM. Is it that? Shell.
Man, I scared Shorty away.
Pull back to fucking level did I say? 5473. 54.73 level to establish support. Let's start pull support. Bam T pull levels. Shell. Bam. The reason why I'm waiting for the shell to pull back to 50, make sure it turns that previous resistance to support. That's go time. BP on their. I'm waiting for them to actually break the level. I can either ride the level for the break or wait for the pullback on. How price action works. Rinse and repeat. And Shell's $60 contracts for 4/14 for April 14th are $15 per contract. What the freaking dirt cheap.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, actually, Shorty, I think it was my end. I'm really sorry.
Somebody say something just so I can know if I hear you back.
You can't hear me, Shorty? Hello, hello.
Hear him.
Shorty.
Catching rocket.
Yeah, I'm talking. Hello.
No, I don't think I can hear you catching rockets now.
Yeah, morbid, bro. Volume profile. I use dark pool levels because dark pool levels are
I just don't hear
basic
anyone.
volume profile. I think
That
morbid's
would,
here.
yeah,
Here. Morbid here. No morbid. Gang gang. Just talking. Let's get our tech guy in here.
Is it clear or?
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás? No? You hear us, Shorty? No? Yes? Maybe? That little fag. Hear that?
Man, I messed up the whole stream. Shorty left again. Oh my god.
It's all good. I'll throw some bangers out there here and there. Just answering Morbid's question. They're the same. Yes, sir. Volume profile and dark pool levels are the same. Only difference is that one's being done behind the scenes, the other one's like actually happening in live markets. Only difference is one is happening behind the scenes. I can't even spell. Órale, te cuache. No mames, bajas la música, pendejo.
Flipper, you're crazy, man.
Yeah, these new neighbors bought a house next to us. They're jamming out to some like baby making music out there.
Wow.
They're like my raza. They're like the tecuaches. There's one lady out on the phone yelling at her husband. The usual Latin household.
Yeah. Those fiery, spicy ones.
Yeah, I like it. Fire. Oh, what is it? Firecracker. Crotchet fire. Whatever the
Whoa,
fuck.
whoa, whoa, whoa. We're live on YouTube
Firecracker.
here, sir. Firecrackers. Okay, that's not what it
Oh,
sounded like you were
oh man.
saying.
Don't take it out of context. Whoa.
Whoa.
Don't,
Slow down,
don't take it.
brother.
Yeah, don't take it out of context.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Good.
You had me sweating, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, dude, man, like, what's going on, man? I've been fixing this shit for almost 2 days now.
Sorry,
Is what?
sir.
He has a tooth. What?
Flip, are you high?
Yes.
No,
he
bro.
is.
I hear what you're saying, bro. I wish.
So where we stopped off is talking about the orbs, and then you guys will hear a lot more about volume profile. There's some books that I can recommend for people that are not familiar with that. And then there's a couple of videos as well that you can watch. We'll hold some classes on volume profile. We won't cover all of it tonight on the volume profile because I think it's a separate topic that would probably take about 2-3 hours. And we do have some existing videos, I believe, Catching Drew or Catching Rockets that you can point people to watch.
Yeah, I have a
And then we
bunch.
can bring them up to speed as well.
Yeah. And I'll start.
In terms of volume profile, yeah, go ahead.
I'll do some classes this week as well. Volume profile, all that good stuff. So get the new
So in
people
terms
up to
of
speed.
in terms of indicators, so if you go on our Discord under shared TOS, if you're using ThinkOrSwim, we have some scripts that we use for volume profile and the VWAP and some other studies. You can grab them and import them into your TOS. That way, from indicators on TV, by now, Sequence probably caught up with everybody that's new and gave you the access. The main ones that you'll see is the orbs. I do have a couple of different ones that are broken apart just for me for now, where it's just the VWAP by itself, or whether it's I don't have the trend bar yet by itself. I think it would be useful, and I think we can get Sequence to do that eventually. But when you go here in indicators and you go under community scripts, let me see, under technicals, and you go to volume profile, you'll see this here. If you click, you'll have a couple of options, right? The second one is the most used one by all of us in this group. We do use the fixed ranges as well, and then we also use the bottom one, volume profile visible range. So I'll just cover briefly what each one of these is. So volume profile visible range is basically calculating the volume profile, where is the most volume traded at what price level based on what you see. It's telling me, right? So SPY literally bounced on 3 hours when you grab the data from the 19th all the way here to the 1st or whatever that might be, the latest date that we have. It literally bounced off of this or in the future classes, and Drew can help as well. But here we have a potential that we're going to gap up or run quickly. If we retest, there's a high chance that we go to 455s as well. This 2015, let's say it. You guys see this area? There's really like a skinny belly here. So you have this level kind of right here, and then really no support until you come here, like 290s, 293s. So that's how you use volume profiles, is basically a point in time. This is at what price do you have the most volume? And most professional traders use volume profiles, whether it's VPVR, the visible range, where whatever you see on the screen, it calculates. So if I change this to this many days, some people use You can use 2 days, and you can set that range somewhere on the bottom on TradingView. But here you see how it changes, right? It shifts the volume profile itself. We don't use this one, I would say. We use it sometimes to look at the bigger picture and see the gaps. Most of them I already have it. You would get something like this. Which one? Let's see here. This one here. And we use 30 minutes. So if you're in TradingView, you would use 30 minutes. And what this does is basically giving you every day, is giving you volume profile for the day. So the red line here is representing POC, which is your point of control. That's where the highest volume was traded at that price. So for instance, this level here that you're seeing, I'm kind of zooming in. Let's see, latest one. So what is this? March 31st, the highest volume was traded at 456.99. And you guys see volume profile. Usually what happens is that it'll come back and then it'll kind of usually continue down. And that's exactly what happens here. They come back for a rejection to it, and then we find the next levels as well. So now when you're Flip calls it as the DP levels. Well, the DP levels that are executed on the block trades, they're not part of the volume profile. They are not calculated in normal brokerage houses. They're going through the private network, so we do not have those levels. So when it says, expect a rejection, and that's using these POCs, surgeon area for the day, the price never came back to retest that POC level. So if you look at it, did the price ever come back and revisit this level at 78 on X? It never did, but it will. At some point, this price is going to fail and it's going to come back to it, just like it did here. So I'm just going to keep going. There was a typical move. What they like to do is get the liquidity sweeps. They dip it below, get your, and then we come back. And if you look here, look where the bounce happened. Get over it. I personally don't buy on the first break of virgin POCs, or on a short side. I wait for the retest because that's usually the best move. So here we got over it. We found a rejection. Look what happens when we hit the VPOC here. We bounce. So if you play 81, you play 82 calls, this goes almost to 85 bucks. You're pretty profitable. So, and the same concept here. Usually we look at for something within 30 days on the POCs and VPOCs. There is instances where, when we started falling, like 8 weeks ago, that we had to use and adjust a little bit of settings to find some VPOCs like all the way back from January. And those levels got tested as in the concepts. And then you add the orbs and you're able to find probably some confluence points between the levels. I'll shift it to 5 minutes, and somebody should be able to answer this fairly quickly. I'll just mark this one here because I believe there's a VPOC here. Slide it open.
At the rate of 82.61.
Yeah, 80 minutes, so you guys see the picture a little bit. VPOC like a trampoline. Profile, and we'll look at it. But if you look at this volume profile, your demand zone. Demand zone, because they're happy with buying at that level, and they're just going to kind of keep bouncing from it. exploded. Another POC you could have played right here, and all of them kind of played out.
Yo, Shorty, where does 8307, does it have a POC?
8307?
Yes, sir.
What is 8307? Here?
Yeah, 8307 on Dark Pool and Tradetics. It's 103 or 1.35 billion in premium. 81
So,
one.
so there's 80 and there's 8310. We have, yeah.
Sweet. That's
Yeah.
cute.
So that'll be the levels we watch for, right? And this is basically telling you, and if you look here, there's probably a seller sitting at this level here at 8312. The way the price action worked, it came, and I would expect this to actually come down. I don't even know how the futures are doing, like momentarily, but I would watch CL, the crude oil, and see how it probably takes some profits off of the table because it's lining up with the POC or whether it's a VPOC. You want to take some profits off of the table right here, so that way you don't get caught, chasing, or you're not holding the turn from green to red. And in this group, for the most part, when we are day trading, we are really, really happy if you can get 20% daily. And later on, so that's usually how it works out. And hence, we don't focus on alerts. We focus more on education and helping you. 815.
Are they gonna try to shake a lot of people tomorrow? Shaky
Oh, yeah.
wakey. Like,
Okay. I know it's not going to be, kind of crystal clear the first time. Potential that we're going to retest this, previous low that we had here, which is what, like 410-ish, go higher. You connect the lower highs, and for people that are not familiar with, price. So if you're not familiar with this, and I don't know everybody's level that joined recently, the market structure, the way highs, and that's what I'm going to kind of quickly show you here.